Hello everyone, welcome to Study Quest. Today is 23 August 2025 and I'm going to explain Assam Tribune Editorial which is going to be very helpful for your APSC means exam. So let's start the video. Today's article is on mental health in workplace and it is important for your essay and GS4, that is the ethics part. And today's article is written by Dr. Jintu Sharma and he wrote that workplace stress and neglect of mental health negatively affect productivity and ultimately the nation's economic well-being. So let's start the video. Now let's begin the article. So the article mental health in workplace is very important because if we have seen in the previous year, APSC had asked question on living relationships. So nobody has ever imagined that APSC could ask a question or a topic on this. So mental health is also very important for your essay paper and also for the ethics paper, because in the ethics mental health in bureaucracy or something related to that may come. So the article goes like this, that this has emerged a critical and increasingly recognized issue, moving from a previously overlooked concern to a central focus for organizations worldwide. So earlier nobody has ever thought that mental health is a serious topic, but now it has become a central focus for all the organizations over the world. So the demand, why this is, because this is a very big issue because of the demanding nature of the modern work environment, then societal shifts. So these are the things which has actually contributed the rise in work related stress, then anxiety, depressions, and burnout among the employees. So, addressing these growing challenges is not merely a matter of corporate social responsibility but a strategic imperative for fostering a healthy, productive, and sustainable workplace. So, this is the introduction that Dr. Jintu Sharma has written. And then he said that what is the reason? What is the primary reason for this accelerating prominence of mental health in the workplace? So it is because of the high workloads. We all know about the high workloads. Then there is always a tight deadlines and jobs insecurity and a lack of control or authority. So these are the common stressors that lead to significant mental health deterioration. And beyond this stress and burnout, common mental health conditions like anxiety and depressions are seen. So this is what he said in the next paragraph. So in the next paragraph what he said is the impact of poor health extends far beyond the individual suffering, and it has seen that it is actually it affects the organizations and the economy in a broader spectrum. Okay, so globally mental health issues are estimated to cost economy trillions of dollars annually due to lost productivity and increased absenteeism. So what we have seen that employees struggle with mental health challenges are more likely to take sick days. So they take the leaves and they are just like that, we are physically present in the work but mentally we are not engaged, we are not unproductive. So this is what we have seen, and this has been termed as presenteeism, that is they are physically present but mentally they are not present in the workplace. Okay, so next thing is that what will happen if this happens? So this automatically will lead to decreased output and increased errors and lower efficiency. And the ripple effect can also lead to lower morale, strained interpersonal relationships, and a decline in overall team cohesions, creating a toxic work culture. So this automatically will uh, decrease the output and it will create a toxic workplace culture. So there is a survey which was conducted in 2022 that nearly 80% of Indian employees reported facing mental health challenges in 2021, and 47% of Indian employees reported experiencing stress or anxiety in the workplace. So actually this mental health topic it came in focus after COVID, that is after the pandemic, because people are seen working from homes, and in the work from home the pressure increased, right? So demographically, if we see, then the younger employees, that is the Gen Zs and the millennials, are suffering more or higher level of burnouts and lower personal well-beings as compared to the older generations. So the WHO, that is World Health Organization, estimated that 56 million people in India suffer from depression and 38 million from anxiety disorders. So this type of facts you can write in your exam, so please note down these things. And a 2015 pilot study in Bangalore found a prevalence rate of 18 to 36% for anxiety and stress among industrial workers. So mostly high pressure sectors, there are some sectors where the work pressure is much, this is like IT sector, then education, healthcare sector. So in these sectors the people are more affected. Okay, so there is a study by Postgraduate Institute of Medical Education and Research who found that nearly 30% of doctors were depressed and 17% have the suicidal thoughts. So it has been estimated that multiple factors are statistically linked to deteriorating mental health among Indian employees. And in 2020, a report found that Indians working an average of 2,117 hours annually, significantly higher than OECD over age. So these things are just the factual things or the data that are given. And then this is a very important data, that is the economic survey of 2024 and 25, which noted that working 55 to 60 hours per week can harm your mental health. So this is a very important data. Please note these. And a positive work environment is crucial. And the survey found that the employees with good relationships with their managers and peers had a 33% higher mental well-being score. Okay, and if we see the opposite side, a toxic work environment and poor relation contribute significantly to the stress. So this is just a common thing, common sense thing. Next, in the paragraph, he mentioned about the economic consequences that happens due to the mental health crisis. So, WHO estimated that 12 billion days are lost annually due to depression and anxiety globally, which caused an estimated $1 trillion in productivity losses. Just imagine the loss we suffer from the mental health. And in India, Deloitte survey estimated that poor mental health cost Indian employers approximately 14 billion annually due to absenteeism, lower productivity, that is a presenteeism, and attrition. Now, another important um, economic survey 2024-25 highlighted that individuals with poor mental well-being lose about 15 working days per month. Just imagine the number of days we lose because of the mental health as compared to just 2 or 3 days for the healthier individuals. Another data is given, that is a national mental health survey 2015-16, which reports that the treatment gap for mental health disorders in India range from 70% to 92%. So, is there any policy? Yes, there are policies like the Mental Health Care Act of 2017, which exist, but there is a significant gap in their implementation. So, a study found that only 37.5% of the reviewed insurance policies provide mental health coverage and often with limited benefits. And there is always a high pressure, then competition and toxic work environment with long working hours, strict deadlines, and personal attacks, which is a major contributor to stress and burnout. The blurred line between the professional and personal life, especially with the rise of remote work, exacerbate the problem. Now, many companies are now offering employee assistance programs, that is EAPS, which provide confidential counseling sessions, then resources and support for the employees dealing with personal and professional challenges. Then the National Crime Records Bureau, that is the NCRB, provided that strong evidence of a significant link between the work-related factors and suicide. So, what NCRB accidental death and suicides in India report said for 2022 that it recorded 170,924 suicides, marking a 4.2% increase from 2021. So just imagine the number of suicide cases that has increased from 2021. So alarmingly, the professional or the career problems category, which includes work related stress, then accounted for a substantial number of suicides. Thus, the specter of institutionalized corruption can place employees in a difficult position, forcing them to choose between compromising their ethics to align with a compromised environment and facing ostracism and retaliation for upholding their principles. So, these things we have seen. In the next we will see a common example, not a common example, a recent example. So, this internal conflict can lead to profound moral injury, a form of trauma that results from perpetrating, witnessing, or failing to prevent acts that violate one's moral beliefs. So, very now, this is the example that I was talking about. So, very recently, you have seen that on July 22, 2025, an Assamese engineer was found dead in her rented house. Why? You all have seen this in the news, right? So, a suicide note recovered from the scene stated that she was mentally harassed. So, that talented girl was harassed mentally by her senior officials, and this act, that is the harassment was that much that it was unbearable, and she just she just left this world. And this is I'm speechless actually. Just imagine the amount of pressure she was dealing with. So, as reported, the state government has decided to transfer the case to the CBI for unveiling the truth. So, such type of topic or such type of news really is very means depressing. Not depressing. I don't know what exactly I should say. Means I'm really speechless. I don't know what to say because mental health in bureaucracy, we have seen time and again that there is always a pressure from the higher authority, maybe because of corruption or something like that, that forces the juniors to do some unethical work, or they are forced to do something which just don't go with your principles. Okay, coming back to the conclusion part. So, mental health in the workplace is a central concern demanding urgent attention from the authorities. By prioritizing the well being of its public servants, the government can not only improve the lives of its employees but also foster a more efficient, motivated, and ethical bureaucracy for the betterment of the nation. Here is the question that I have framed from the article, that mental health is not merely a personal concern but a key driver of human capital, productivity, and national development. Discuss the importance of mental health in India's developmental trajectory and suggest policy measures to strengthen mental health care delivery. So, since it is a AC paper, so you or in the ethics paper, you have to write the answer yourself. So, I'm not giving you the answer today. You just write your own answer. I can say that you can start the intro part by giving the definition of health according to WHO, which is that as well, health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, and you can say that mental health is central to human resource development and productivity and sustainable national progress. Like this, you can start and then give the body part. In the body part, just mention about the importance of mental health in development. Then, in the importance, you can give different dimensions like the individual productivity, then demographic dividend, public health burden, social cohesion, and the economic burden. Sorry, economic growth. Then you can give the challenges in mental health care, that is low investment, there is always a shortage of professionals, then there is a stigma and lack of awareness, then rural urban divide, and some other things. Then in the policy measures, you can give about you can write about the mental health care act, then economic survey. So these things you have to write, and then end your answer with a nice conclusion like mental health is a development into imperative, not just a medical issue, and we should ensure psychological well-being, strengthen human capital, then productivity, and this will reduce the healthcare burden and foster social harmony. So this is how I'm going to end today's video. I hope you like the video. If you are new, then subscribe to my channel and share it as much as possible. We will meet in the next video. Till then, take care.